So the most valuable thing I learned on placement is arguably probably just everything about myself and how I work in an office environment around professionals essentially, and what I need to do better at, and my strengths essentially, and how I can leverage those to be the best professional possible. So my favorite thing about my placement is probably when I went on the Beluga. So it's an aircraft that carries plane fuselages, wings, and various other items across all Airbus sites. So between Chester and Hamburg and Toulouse as well. So my placement officers played a really massive role in me finding my placement and essentially being successful in the role throughout. They really helped me with my CV entirely because I gave them a mess, and they sat me down. They really explained how I can leverage my strengths because I didn't have a lot of experience in any industry at the time really. So I was relying on communicating my skills and how that could benefit any team I wanted to work with. So they essentially walked me through the whole process and explained how I can leverage that to show to any team or company how I can contribute to them. The best bit of advice I was given throughout the journey was just to remain true to myself, be Irvine, because there's no point in putting up a facade as to who you are during the interview process, because when you get there, they'll expect someone who isn't Irvine, the person you presented yourself as. And if you're doing that for a year, well, essentially you're acting for a year, it's going to be very draining. So it's important just to remain consistent to who you are and be true to yourself. The placement set me up really well for myself and for my future careers as well, because it was very reassuring to know that, okay, I've done well in this placement. This is the industry I want to work in, and let me just continue going for it as well. And it shows employers that I was able to complete the tasks that were assigned to me, and that I have experience in an office environment and in a professional one as well. The most valuable thing I learned from my time during my placement would probably be the information I learned about myself, because obviously as you grow older, you learn a lot about yourself, and in a working professional environment, you learn even more about yourself, and you get asked tough questions, you ask tough questions, and I found that I was able to thrive in that environment. It's an environment that I want to see myself in the future, and it was just a great experience through and throughout.